it really got me to thinking about what you guys are doing, if anything, to stop the situation, to change the situation, to put things in place so that you're not overbooked in a bad way, so that you're what we call oversubscribed. So let me explain oversubscribed a little bit more so that you can make the sort of comparison for yourself and see which one you prefer to be. So oversubscribed is a concept where you deliberately go into the position where people have to wait even a small period of time to be able to access your service. So in this case, to be able to book in. And the reason that you would deliberately go into that situation is because you've chosen a lifestyle for yourself. That means that you might only be open 4 days a week, or there's certain hours during the day that you've restricted your working to, that's more inside of standard working hours, and that everybody must have an appointment, there's no drop-ins, or you, especially if you're in custom builds or restoration, you may make it that your doors actually aren't open at all, and that you only work by appointment. The only people that would be there are the ones that have the booking for that day, and you may only take one appointment every 3 or 4 weeks. So being oversubscribed is very different to being overbooked in a bad way. And I know from the thousands of conversations that I've had in the past decade with shop owners that overbooked in a bad way equals stress. So my question for you today is, if you know that you're overbooked, and what are you doing today to help alleviate the overbooked, which leads to stressed? So what boundary could you put in place today for yourself and for your team that would immediately mean that you're no longer allowing X or Y or Z to occur, so that you can start to rein in the absolute chaos that causes you to blow out your hours every day, causes you to be there from dawn till dusk and not see your kids before they go to bed. And, almost as important as that last one about not seeing your family is it's also causing you not to have the financial result you want from the business. Now, we're only in business for 2 reasons, and that is to dictate what our life looks like and to have the money to run the life we want. So if you're not in the position where you have the life you want or the money to fund it, then I really want you to stand still today and go, why am I not doing anything about it? Because you can't change anything until you realize that the first thing that has to change is you. And I see and speak with so many shop owners who are at this overbooked and stressed point. And the ones that go on to work with us quickly discover that it's actually only a few small key changes in the beginning that makes massive impact. And it doesn't just work for them, it works for their whole team as well. You're not just at the risk of burnout, your technicians are as well, and so is your service advisors. Particularly, if you're running one service advisor over the benchmark of 3 to 3.5 technicians. And this is where profit starts to slip, because our service advisor can't possibly have all the conversations that they need to have in a day with customers. They start leaving things off job cards, like I mentioned yesterday. So it's, putting a boundary in place today of at least one thing that you will no longer allow to happen is going to help you, and it's going to help your team, and it's going to eventually help improve your profit result. So I want you to tell me in the comments today, what's one boundary that you can put in place? Even if your whole being is, fighting against it because you think it's too hard and your customers aren't going to play ball with you, what's the one thing that needs to happen so that you can move beyond this overbooked, overstressed, and come back to oversubscribed, which is a deliberate set of things that we put in place to make sure that you have the lifestyle you want and the money